Good morning. My name is Michael R. Roser, and I am co-founder and chief coaching facilitator at my company, Strategic Life Coaching, LLC. Please visit us for this video and others at my website, abundantlifeslc.com. Hope you guys had a great Memorial Day weekend, and as always, that gets me thinking about my past and past loved ones and going out to grave sites and visiting them, remembering our veterans and the sacrifices that they paid for this country that I love and adore. And I started thinking about the concept of salvation and what that means to me today and how it's completely changed my life. And so I wanted to share a few things with you. As you guys know, I'm a big fan of definitions and the origins of words and so forth. And salvation comes from the Latin word salvare, which means to save. And the precise definition of it from Webster's is preservation or deliverance from harm, ruin, or loss. And I thought it was interesting because it's preservation or deliverance. And what I'm trying to do and trying to spread with my company is helping people preserve where they're at and enhance where they're at rather than having to be delivered from something that was, in my case, so dreadfully bad. As you know, my company's based in 4 facets of life very quickly. Physical, emotional, financial, and spiritual. And the other definition of salvation, which is the part that means so much more to me today because of the process I've gone through in living a spiritual life, is with God and a power greater than myself. The definition also is deliverance from sin and its consequences, believed by Christians to be brought about by faith in Jesus Christ. And so for me, why is this important, and what does it really mean? And why it's important for me is because, by having faith in a God, I receive God's grace, which is God has blessed me, which then gives me the strength to go out each day and to live a better life. In this instance, is Christian life. And it's that power that is what I needed to get and be delivered from where I had been propelled totally on my self-will. So in that instance, what does salvation really mean then? It means having my soul saved from sin and its consequences, deliverance again or redemption from sin and its effects. And the sin, if you will, and again, I don't want to get theological too much. Sin is just living a life that's making you unhappy. You're trying to get something from something that isn't there, and it leaves you wanting, and it's not in concert with whom you really want to be. You're not being true to yourself. Deceiving yourself. Again, on a theological level, sin it means more than that. But trying to separate that, for me, it became, okay, if I want salvation, I want to be preserved again, or in my case, delivered from harm, ruin, or loss. So what's it hurt, in my mind at the time, to also believe in a power greater than myself, whom I call God, that may deliver me from sin and all of its other consequences, some of which I know and some which I don't. So what's the harm in believing in something? If I die and I was wrong believing in a power greater than myself, okay. It's, for me, better to believe in something and have it not be the case than to not believe in it and it was the case. So when you talk about terms of grace, there's my phone exploded with definitions about what grace actually is. Simple elegance or refinement of movement, courteous and goodwill, attractively polite manner, and then the big one for me, The free and unmerited favor of God, a divinely given talent or blessing, recognized or not, which was for me part of the problem. A condition or fact of being favored by someone, a period allowed for a payment, a grace period, a short prayer of thanks before a meal, saying grace, used as a form of description. So, His Grace, the Duke of whatever. An attractive presence in or on, adorn. So, be in someone's good graces. But for the grace of God go I, with good grace. Grace comes from the Latin word gratis, which means pleasing and thankful, which as it's evolved became grateful and then became grace from its Latin origin. So, what I'm saying in this is, I believe that I've been saved by this power that was greater than myself. And what is fascinating to me is it is, in fact, that it was free and unmerited favor from God as I understand God. So, I can directly detect in my life that when I started to pray and meditate and believe in this power, I did receive this unmerited change in me. And it's peaceful and it's happy and, for me, not debatable. And I hope that's very helpful. And I hope that the process of, again, turning to the inside, what's going on inside you, and fixing that will allow you to benefit from a greater outside and being more attractive to yourself and those around you. And if you believe in the spiritual part of this, more pleasing to God. Take care. Bye now.